My grandma's house was extremely haunted, and I used to babysit there. Story time. When I was little, the adults would go outside and party all night long, and I would stay in the house and watch the kids. And on this night, I was babysitting a family friend's daughter named Cam. So like every other weekend, we were in the house watching TGI Friday, waiting on Step by Step to go off so we could watch a movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So we eat supper, take a bath, watch our movie, and we go to bed around 10 o'clock. Cammy was like 5 or 6 years old, and anytime she got scared, she would run down the hallway, come in my room, and jump into bed with me. I would hear her little feet stomping down the hallway like toot toot toot, so I recognized the sound every time. Well, around 1 a.m., I hear her feet stomping down the hallway, so I assumed she was coming to jump in the bed with me. But like a good 30 seconds goes by and she still hasn't come into my room, so I whisper, Cammy, come on. I sit up in bed and go, Cammy, is that you? My door's open, come on. And then my door slammed shut, so I thought it was her. So after the door shut, I see this white blur darting around the room like on all fours, and I'm like, Cammy, stop, you're gonna get us in trouble, get up here. I sit up in bed and I can barely see this thing because it's darting around so fast on all fours, so I yell, Cammy, stop, you're scaring me. As soon as I said that, this thing went underneath my bed, so I leaned over and said, Cammy, get up. There ain't no way I'm going down there, get up here. I see a little kid hand sticking out from underneath my bed, so I reach down to grab it, and before I can get to it, my bedroom door opens and it's Cammy standing there. She said, Alicia, I'm scared. Can I sleep with you? I said, no, we ain't sleeping in here. So we took off running back to her room and hid underneath the covers. So we finally fall asleep, and a couple hours later, Cammy wakes me up and says, Alicia, look over there. What is that? There's something in the corner. Look. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't want to look because I knew damn well what it was. I've seen it a million times before. So I told her, I was like, just go back to sleep. Don't pay it no attention. It'll go away. So she rolls over and hides her face in my chest, and I peek over the covers and look, and it was that black shadow with the red eyes hubbed up in the corner staring at us. So I'm making direct eye contact with it, and Cammy whispers, what if it tries to get us? What if it gets us, Alicia? I'm scared. I said, don't worry, it won't get us. And then I watched it disappear. Right as I'm dozing off, Cammy says, Alicia, I have to pee really bad. I said, is there any way you can hold it? I don't want to go down that hallway. She said, no, I'll pee on the bed. I thought to myself, oh my God, it's hard enough for me to get down that hallway by myself. How the hell am I going to get both of us down that hallway without that thing getting us? I try to cut the light on, but it wouldn't stay on. It never did. And I get her, and we start walking down the hallway, and I feel that thing on the back of my neck, so I push her, and we take off running. She's sitting on the toilet trying to poop. I'm standing in front of the mirror, and I hear something scratching on the bathroom door, and I knew it wasn't a dog because we didn't have pets in the house. It was that thing. For some dumb reason, I thought if I kicked the bathroom door open, that would scare it away. So I kicked the bathroom door, and then I stuck my head out the hallway to see if it was still there. So I look down the hallway, and I see what looks like Cammy peeking out from my bedroom door around the corner, looking at me smiling, and I look back on the toilet, and Cammy's sitting there trying to poop. That tells me whatever that thing is still in my bedroom, and I'm not going back in there. And what scared me even more was the fact that it was trying to make itself look just like Cammy to lure me out. So when she got done, I said, look, when I say go, you take off running back to your room, don't look either way, and get underneath covers. And that was what we did. Well, at some point in the night, the adults get done drinking and partying, so they all come in, and her mom sees us asleep in their room and doesn't want to wake us up, so she goes to sleep in my room. You know, that demonic hellhole that I call a bedroom, yeah, that's where she chose to go to sleep, because she didn't know about all the hauntings. So around 4 a.m., Cam's mom hears my bedroom door shut, and she thinks it's somebody from the outside closing it so she can get some sleep, but she had no idea all hell was about to break loose in that room. It was right around daybreak, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, that we hear her mom screaming the screechiest screech you could imagine. She woke the whole house up. She was yelling, Cam, how did you get up there? Get down from there. What's wrong with your face? Your eyes? Oh my God. But me and Cam sit up in bed and look at each other like, who is she talking to? So we go out in the hallway where she meets us, and she says, wait a minute, if you're there, who's that? Wait, how are you in here? I just saw you on the ceiling. Oh hell no, we're getting the hell out of here. So she grabbed their stuff, she snatched Cam up, and they took off, and we didn't see them for a while. Y'all, it's almost Halloween, and I'm so excited, so stay tuned for more scary stories.